Drew Mixter and David Calgren are back deep for Oberlin. Dan Vassell awaiting the signal to go ahead and tee this one up. And it is a beautiful night for football here in Cleveland, Ohio. 79 degrees today here at game time under bright and sunny skies here at Case Field. It's great to have you with us for our broadcast of Case Western Reserve football. And we hope you enjoy it tonight as Case gets back home for the first time in nearly a month. This one will bounce over to Drew Mixter. He takes it at the 16 to the 20-25, and he's forced out of bounds out at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Yeomen will come out offensively, led by their quarterback, Josh Mandel, who has thrown for 637 yards and 6 touchdowns so far this season.
Well, Mandel's also thrown 5 interceptions, and the Case defense this year is +2. Case has 11 turnovers that they've generated in just 4 ball games. So a little bit of pressure up front, and Mandel could make plenty of mistakes this evening.
Moses Richardson is their featured tailback. He lines up behind Mandel, who is under center. First play from scrimmage tonight. They will keep it on the ground and go to Moses Richardson. He cuts through the line across the 30, out to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of close to 8 yards for Moses Richardson. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 185 out of Summerville, South Carolina. He peels off 8, and it's second down and 2. No score, first quarter here at Case Field. The Spartans in their home blue uniforms, trimmed in white. Oberlin dressed in their traveling whites, trimmed in maroon and gold. Mandel takes the snap. He will drop back to throw. Good protection. Guns it downfield. Has a man open. The pass is knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Banky there defensively for Case to break that one up. The intended target was Adam Neese.
Well, for Case Western defensively, Oberlin starts out first 2 plays. They've gone a double team directly at Dale English. They've tried to single up and isolate Michael Harris, but English has been picked up by 2 blockers on the offensive line on the first 2 plays.
And that's something that English is facing a lot this year. The terrific defensive tackle out of Holy Name High School. He's 2 sacks away from tying the school record. And Dell will hand it to Richardson, trying to get the final 2 yards for the first down, but he is hit and driven backward. Ryan Ferguson got in there along with Adam Watson to wipe out the play and leave the Yeomen short of the first down. And their first drive stalls out, and they will have to punt.
They went right at Dale English there to try to run right over him. English took on 2 blockers and stood them both up. Richardson had nowhere to go, and with that, Watson finished him off.
13:21 to go in the first quarter, no score. Corey Kidd is out to punt. Dan Calabrese is back deep. He had a big punt return against Allegheny last week. It did not go for a touchdown, but went for 63 yards. The snap is good. Back to Kidd. He gets the high punt away. It takes a bounce in front of Calabrese. There will be no return here, and the ball will roll out of bounds near the 26-yard line.
Well, Kidd was only averaging just over 34 yards a kick. And for that one, gets off 45.
Mark it all the way back to the 26-yard line. That's where the Case offense will come out. Behind Eric Olson, the junior who had a terrific game last week, throwing for 228 yards. He was the UAA Offensive Player of the Week. He will take the snap and drop back to throw. He'll gun it to the right sideline. Metalsitz runs under it, makes the catch, and steps out of bounds at the Oberlin 33-yard line.
Well, Oberlin had to roll their defense, and they went man-to-man in the secondary as they brought a blitz to Olson's backside. Olson stood in the pocket and found Metalsitz wide open on a one-on-one coverage because Oberlin had to bring the blitz.
Brian Metalsitz with his 23rd catch of the season. He had the touchdown reception last week that sealed the victory for Case.
Longest pass play of the season for Case Western.
They gave him one extra step. The ball marked at the 31-yard line of the Yeomen. Olson will tuck it and run as everybody is covered downfield. He's forced out of bounds near the 25-yard line. There defensively for Oberlin was Dane Stritt, the junior linebacker. But 6 yards on the pickup for Case, and it's 2nd down and 4.
That's Eric Olson learning from last week when he had the opportunity to pick up the first down late in the ball game against Allegheny. There he just tucked it and ran, picked up 6 yards.
Little draw play here to Manny Secret. Secret dives ahead to the 20-yard line and has the first down for Case.
Boy, Matt Richard had him right at the line of scrimmage, and Secret just bounced right off of Richard, who tried to drop a shoulder. Secret, like a ping pong ball, just spun off him, fell ahead for 5 more yards and a first down.
Now Secret averaging 5 yards a carry. Ed, he will line up in the backfield behind Olson. 1st and 10. Football resting at the 20-yard line of the Yeoman. No score first quarter. They will fake the handoff. Olson rolls right, guns it to the tight end. Bryce Coleman makes the catch near the 18-yard line before he is tripped up by Matt Masorski, the junior for Oberlin.
Olson had to get rid of the football. He stumbled as he came out of the big naked bootleg. Oberlin did bite on it just slightly, and it allowed Olson to roll out. But as he was rolling, stumbled and kind of flicked it ahead to Coleman to make sure that there was at least positive yards on the play.
Big play on the drive so far, a 43-yard pass from Olson to Brian Meddlesitz. Football is at the 18-yard line of the Yeomen. 2nd down, 8 to go for Case. No score first quarter. 11 minutes to go. It looks like Olson changes up the play, and now he takes a timeout with the play clock dwindling down. Spartans use their first timeout. We will take a 30-second break as well. No score here on a beautiful night in Cleveland. It's Case and Oberlin. No score. More first quarter action to come in just a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it?
You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town.
What do they have there?
Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza.
Are they open late?
You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com.
Cool. See you at the Spartans game?
Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
David Wilson along with Ed Dougherty. Mike Becker is our producer tonight from Case Field. Spartans football, 2nd down and 8. Spartans had to burn a timeout. Olson takes the snap. He will drop back, gun it as he is hit, and Secret, the intended target, near the 5-yard line. It's overthrown and out of bounds, incomplete, but a flag on the play.
Zach Kisley is going to get called for illegal contact against Secret. Secret ran kind of an out and up, and Kisley had to grab him. They're going to call an illegal shift that far downfield. Wow, a late flag. Wow. That flag came in, Dave, when the ball was in the air. The play was at least 3 seconds developed, and then they decided it was an illegal shift.
Well, this will march the Spartans back. They're still looking at each other. Jeff Ramsey, I think, questioning what's going on from the Oberlin sideline. Officials all looking at each other as to where this should be marked back to. The original line of scrimmage was the 18-yard line. Now they're trying to decide whether to take the penalty. And they will decline it and take the incomplete pass and make it 3rd down. So rather than give Case an extra play, they will make it 3rd and 8. Penalty is declined. Football at the 18-yard line of the Yeoman. New play signaled in from the Spartans bench. Olson pump fakes, hands it to Secret on a draw play, gets to the 16-yard line, but he is bottled up right there as the Yeoman knock him down. We'll see who came up with the tackle. Looks like it was big number 75 on that defensive line. Kirby Livingston, the defensive tackle. Livingston, the sophomore out of Brookline, Massachusetts. And Case will go for a field goal here on 4th down. Dan Vassell is in for the Spartans. Football is at the 16-yard line. Calabrese will put it down at the 22. 32-yard attempt. Here is the kick. It is on the way, and it is good. Dan Vassell gives the Spartans a 3-0 lead. He had a 29-yarder last week to get the Spartans on the board. He does the same thing today as Vassell delivers, and the Spartans jump on top 3-0. And Ed, that is a great sign.
Well, that's a good sign, and a lot of work put in this week by Dan Vassell after a couple of rough weeks kicking the football. And we saw him in pregame warm-ups. He was kicking extra points. We saw him kick from about 35, 37 yards on the field goals, especially from that right hash where he was at. Very comfortable, had plenty of leg, plenty of accuracy, and right there was true again from 32, his long of the season. Give Dan Calabrese an assist on that. Snap was a little high, and Calabrese got it down and kept the timing good for Vassell, who struggled. So Calabrese doing a nice job of keeping the rhythm so that Vassell can keep his head concentrated on kicking the football.
Dan Vassell now 3 of 6 on the season, and as Ed alluded to, that is his longest of the season, 32 yards. 3-zip case. Vassell will come right back out to kick this one off. Calgren and Mixter are back deep. Here is the kick, a line drive kick, a little short, hits the 28-yard line and bounces backward away from Mixter. He'll still try and pick it up and run it from the 10, is hit at the 15-yard line and driven out of bounds.
Well, he misplayed it, and it took a funny hop on him, and then he had to certainly go back and retrieve it with the live ball on the kickoff, Case bearing down on him.
Jake Adams got there first to make first contact at the 15-yard line, and that's where Oberlin will start out. Case leading it by a score of 3-0 as they cash in for 3 on their first drive of the football game. 10:04 to play, first quarter. Case 3, Oberlin 0. Josh Mandel back out for the Oberlin Yeomen. He has 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Richardson in the backfield. They will hand it to Moses Richardson. He finds a hole, dives ahead for about 4. Moses Richardson on the carry. Adam Watson on the tackle for Case. Richardson, a sophomore out of Pinewood Prep High School in South Carolina. Picks up 4, second down along 6 for Oberlin.
Michael Harris has come to the sideline. Kevin Nossum now in as a third linebacker in a 3-3 set for the Spartans.
Mandel takes the snap. They will hand it to Richardson. Makes for the left side. Dives ahead close to the 25-yard line. He may be a little short of the first down, but it'll be third and very short for Oberlin.
Boy, is Richardson lucky he turned himself just slightly as he went through that hole, because Dan Calabrese had him sighted up and was about to lay a big hit.
They will try and sneak this one ahead for the first down.
If it's marked on the near side of the field, he's short. Far side official appears to have given him the first down.
The linesmen come in. They will get this ball spotted. He may be a little short. And it looks like he will. So it's going to be fourth down for Oberlin, and a decision to make right now for Jeff Ramsey. And I think Jeff is going to send the punting unit out.
Yeah, the head linesman on the far side of the field, Dave, he came in initially. He was across the 25, out towards on the 30 side of the 25. The near side linesman came in and was marking it short of the 25. So he apparently had the final say, and Case holds on third down.
Here is the punt by Kidd. They came after it. Ferguson almost got a piece of it, and now Calabrese will take the fair catch at about the 32-yard line. Nice punt.
Oberlin's run 6 offensive plays. They've double-teamed Dale English on 4 of those 6 plays. Another good kick, as you mentioned, by Oberlin, who's only averaging 30. Corey Kidd's only averaging 34 yards a kick. He only has 1 kick over 50.
Yeah, got 42 out of that one with no return. And the Spartans will come out offensively, leading it by a score of 3-0. Eric Olson will hand this one to Kenny Reardon. Reardon picking his way forward across the 35, breaks away across the 40, midfield to the 45 of the Yeoman, and knocked out of bounds near the 44-yard line.
No flag. Sean Lepsevic was very close to getting a push in the back.
Great run by Kenny Reardon. He comes in with 191 yards on the ground. averaging 48 a game. Olsen rolls right, looking to throw it, finds Metalsitz open in the flat, and he steps out of bounds after catching the football at about the 36-yard line of the Yeomen. A quick pickup of 7 from Olsen to Metalsitz. Another catch for the senior out of North Royalton. And the Spartans will have a 2nd down and 3 to go. 7:40 to play in the first quarter. 3-0 Spartans on a 32-yard field goal by Dan Vassell. They will hand this one to Secret. Good running room. Cuts to the right side, 30, 25, 20, and tackled inside the 20-yard line. Brought down by Derek Dennis of Oberlin, but a great run by Secret.
Oh, Secret put an ankle breaker move on David Calgren, who planted his foot and probably wishes he hadn't. A little inside shoulder move and then out to the outside with the cut, and Calgren was just frozen and bent over on his ankles.
First down after the nice move by Secret. Football marked at the 19-yard line. Olsen to throw it. Finds Lapsevic 5. Down to the 2. Maybe to the 1 before he is hauled down. Holding on for dear life was Eric Enrico, the junior defensive back, to keep Lapsevic out for now. But Olsen hits Lapsevic for his first reception of the day, and the Spartans have the ball inside the 2.
Well, Case now brings in the jumbo package, Dave. They have 2 fullbacks in Anderson and Magister in the backfield, along with Secret.
14th catch of the year for Sean Lapsevic. Lapsevic, the freshman wideout out of Presto, PA. And the Spartans knocking on the door, leading it 3-0 already. Football marked just inside the 2. Anderson is in the backfield along with Magister and Secret. Olsen calling out the signals. They will take the snap and hand it to Christian Anderson. The fullback puts his head down, but he's knocked backward. Olsen lobbying for the touchdown, saying he got his head across the plane of the goal line, but the officials say no.
2 linebackers, Dennis and Stritt, right there to stand him up. Just short of the goal line. He did get inside the 1.
A hard-earned yard there by Christian Anderson, the fullback. Anderson out of Maumee, Ohio, and Mount Pleasant High School. He's back there again. Secret goes in motion. They pitch it to him right side. He'll dive in. He is in for the touchdown, Spartans. 1-yard touchdown run for Manny Secret of the Spartans. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, and the Spartans extend the lead to 9-0.
Now, Secret tipped that play just a little bit when he came in and lined up. Had his shoulders just shifted to the near side, and you could tell he was going to come near side on some kind of play, probably the quick pitch. He had a convoy in front of him and leaped into the end zone for the touchdown.
Magister and Anderson leading the way. There's the snap again, a little bit high. Calabrese gets it down. Vassell boots it through, and it's 10-0 Spartans with 6:18 to go here in the opening quarter. We'll keep it here during the changeover, Ed, and
well, for Secret, other than the 75-yard touchdown run he had against John Carroll in week 1, that's only his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. So it's been 5 weeks coming for Manny Secret to get back in the end zone following that impressive run against the Blue Streaks over at Don Shula Stadium.
Well, he had a heel injury in the first series against Rochester, and that has really slowed him the last 3 weeks. But Rick Debelak saying earlier this week he seemed to be getting back to near 100%. He certainly looks like it tonight. And Ed, in both drives, Case has had a big play. It was the long pass to Metalsitz in the first drive, which resulted in the field goal, and the nice run by Kenny Reardon to start this most recent drive and get the Spartans off into Yeoman territory on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, the good play by Reardon, and then Lapsevic made a great catch inside the 5 to set him up at 1st and goal as well.
6:18 to go, first quarter, 10-0 Case. Here is the kickoff by Dan Vassell. Short kick, and that will end up going out of bounds over near the 30-yard line, and the Yeomen will get the ball at the 40-yard line. So far, Eric Olsen, 4 out of 5 for 68 yards. Brian Metalsitz with 2 catches, totaling 50 yards. Manny Secret with 27 yards rushing and the touchdown. Ryan Ferguson and Adam Watson already leading the way in tackles with 3 apiece. 1st and 10, Yeoman at the 40-yard line after the kickoff went out of bounds. And Mandel will work from the shotgun. 3 receiver set, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Richardson in the backfield. Mandel with the snap, drops back to throw. Guns it middle of the field, crossing pattern, and it's caught over there on a sliding catch by Adam Neese. Now it came out. Boy, it looked like he had that one in Ed all the way, but when he hit the deck, it popped loose and it's incomplete, but he ran a nice route and was wide open.
Yeah, it was a deep in that he ran and broke it off at about the Case 40-yard line, caught the ball near the Case 30 on a sliding catch, and looked like he just got a little assist from the turf, and it popped the ball loose.
Neese lines up wide left now. Mandel to throw again, looking for Neese. He fires it to him at short range this time, out across the 45, down close to the 47-yard line of the Yeoman. Jake Adams in on the tackle. So Neese, the target again. He makes the grab this time. 5:55 to go, first quarter. It's 10-0 Spartans here. Case trying to win their 3rd straight. They are 3-1. Meanwhile, the Yeomen are 2-2. 3rd down and 3 to go. The football at the Yeoman 47-yard line. Oberlin football. Mandel calls out the signals, takes the snap, drops back to throw, 3rd and short, tries to thread the needle.
Nassum got
the
it.
Pass is tipped and intercepted by Kevin Nassum. It was intended for the tight end, Danny Enright. It went off his hands, and Nassum went diving for it on the tipped ball and picks it off for the INT.
Well, Nassum now has 3 picks on the year, plus a fumble recovery. Also had 31 tackles coming into today's game. So Case is now +2 for the afternoon on turnovers.
Well, you mentioned Nassum with his 3rd interception. He also has 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. He has been a wrecking crew out there, a menace to society, as some would describe it.
Digging in the archives, are you, Dave?
5:27 to go, first quarter. Olsen up top on the first play, looking for Metalsitz, slightly overthrown. Metalsitz got turned around, was double covered on that play, and the ball slightly overthrown by Olsen, so they took a shot deep. 2nd down and 10, the football at the Case 43-yard line. Wind blowing at Case's back right now, not all that hard, but wind is at the backs of the Spartans as they move left to right here on this drive, leading at 10-0 first quarter from sunny Case Field. Here's the handoff to Secray. He'll try and move straight ahead between the hash marks. Not much running room there as he gets to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 2 in Case looking at a 3rd down and 8. Kevin Nassum with the interception, giving the ball back to the Spartans.
Oberlin has changed up just slightly. They've taken Bill Summers, the linebacker, out, and they've in the last few plays been using their strong safety up on as a defensive end.
Eric Street has checked into the game as a wide out on the right side. Olsen back to throw. He looks Street's way, but now everybody's covered. He'll tuck it and try and run. Cuts back, gets to the 47-yard line. He'll be well short of the 1st down. Case will be looking at a 4th and about 5 after Olsen is forced to scramble. And on the defensive coverage, Clay Eaton, the junior defensive lineman out of Van Buren High School in Findlay. And Case.
It was a couple of weeks ago against Denison that they identified this as an opportunity to run the football.
4th down and 5 from the 47-yard line. Olsen will kick this one away. And Oberlin was hedging on the possibility that that would be a fake. Nobody back there to receive the punt. It rolls inside the 5-yard line. This will go all the way down to the 3.
That's the 6th time this year that Olsen has pinned somebody inside the 20. And the 3rd time this year inside the 10-yard line.
That will be a 50-yard punt with no return. And Oberlin is pinned back near their own end zone.
Boy, this is where Case loves to put pressure on quarterbacks. They love to bring the blitz here.
3:57 to go, first quarter. It is 10-0 Spartans as they entertain Oberlin College tonight here at Case Field. Josh Mandel with the man in motion on the far side of the field. He'll take the snap and handed off to Moses Richardson, running straight ahead. He is hit and knocked backwards. Ryan Ferguson in on the tackle. Jake Adams there as well. The Spartans with Michael Harris there as well, as they all converged on Moses Richardson, who was trying to get the Yeomen a little room to work with, but he only ends up with one.
Well, this is 2nd and 10 now, and Marcus McCullough can be as aggressive as he wants to be.
Again, they will keep it on the ground. Richardson carrying. He is hit and knocked back into the end zone. But they say his forward progress stopped back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jake Adams just pushed him back, but Adams looked like a big blue wall.
Well, Richardson is not a big guy, 5'9", 185. And it is 3rd down and 10 now at the 3-yard line of the Yeomen. Case very much in a favorable position here to tip the field. Eye in the backfield behind Mandel on 3rd and 10. He will take the snap and hand it to Richardson again. He is bottled up near the 5-yard line.
Ferguson there for Case Western.
They were never able to force Richardson down to the ground, but play is whistled, stopped. And the football is resting at the 5. It will be 4th and 8, and Corey Kidd will have to punt from under his own goalpost.
Well, and Case should get excellent field goal position here, or field position here, as Kidd is notorious for kicking short punts. He got off a couple the last 2 times, but the averages are against him.
Here's the snap, back to Kidd. Case comes after it. He gets it away. Calabrese will field it on. Nope, he lets it go by. Thought about fielding it on a hop. It will roll past midfield down to the 47-yard line.
So really no harm, no foul, as all Oberlin did was trade 3 plays for about 3 minutes on the clock.
That one goes down as a 48-yard punt with no return. 2:02 to play here in the opening quarter, and Case will get the ball back.
Flag down against Oberlin. If I'm Case, I make him kick it again. Hopefully the Calabrese can field this one. Make the Gunners run again for Oberlin. Make Kidd get another kick away. Make the long snapper, Danny Enright, make another good snap back that deep in the end zone. So many things can go wrong in this situation. Absolutely, Greg Devilek should certainly make them kick this ball again.
And they are walking back there to get set up for another punt. This is the first of 2 straight home games for Case. We'll be back to afternoon action next week, a 1 o'clock homecoming game against the Hiram College Terriers.
How many homecoming games do you think Hiram has to play in?
They are a favorite choice for a homecoming opponent. Here's the snap, the kick. He gets it away again. End-over-end kick taken at the 37-yard line by Calabrese. Cuts it back inside, runs into Matt Davis, and is tackled at the 30-yard line.
So that offside, which really only cost Oberlin 2.5 yards in field position from the line of scrimmage, enhances Case's field position by almost 25 yards.
All the way to the 30-yard line after a 7-yard return. So that ends up being just a 27-yard punt.
On the net, yep. 34 on the average, which is right on the mark for Corey Kidd.
So good field position by Case.
New look for the Spartans with 5 wideouts.
Nobody in the backfield. Lapsevic on the motion. They'll get it to Metalsitz on the quick out on the right side. Runs up the sideline to the 20, down close to the 15-yard line. And he is tackled right there. Hauled down by Oberlin's Eric Enrico. Nice gain by the Spartans as they get into the red zone. They will mark it at the 16.
Well, Cullen Dolan threw a great block downfield. But in that mix, as things were happening near the line of scrimmage initially, it looked like Bryce Coleman got rolled up. And Coleman's come to the sideline to get some medical attention. Rob Lajeunesse is now in at tight end.
They will hand the football to Secret. Cuts up the middle. He is going to go in for the touchdown. Nice move by Secret. Steps right through the line and then had open space in front. He runs it in for a 16-yard touchdown, and the Spartans extend the lead to 16.
That's the second Oberlin player that's going to need to get his ankle taped at the quarter break. Zach Kisley was just faked with an unbelievable move from Manny Secret.
Yeah, Secret, Ed, you can tell, is much healthier this week than we've seen him since the opener of the season. Vassal kicks it up and through. Case extends the lead to 17-0. 1:19 to go in the first quarter. More to come from Case Field after we take this time out on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
In search of an extraordinary dining experience where you're certain to enjoy the ambiance as well as the menu? Table 45 Restaurant and Bar is the award-winning mixed culture restaurant located at the Intercontinental Cleveland, offering world cuisine created by accomplished local chef Zach Brule. Open every day, the atmosphere at Table 45 is relaxed yet inspiring with weekday chill-out happy hours, a behind-the-scenes chef's table, and outdoor dining on Patio 45. Call for more details or reservations at 216-707-4045 or visit us at tbl45.com or on Facebook.
Well, so far, Case leading at 17-0, and they have outgained Oberlin 161-26 in terms of total yards. Spartans have gotten a field goal from Dan Vassal and 2 touchdown runs for Manny Secret. The most recent, a 16-yarder. Kick bounces behind the 20, taken at the 19, returned out close to the 29-yard line. I believe that was Calgren. Nope, maybe Mixter brought that one back.
Did get that one, yes he did.
10-yard return on the kickoff by Dan Vassal. Football will be marked at the 29-yard line with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter, in Case leading it by a score of 17-0. Here come the Yeomen now offensively. Josh Mandel with 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Richardson is in the backfield. To the right of Josh Mandel, he drops back to throw, fires it low. Intended target was Robin Witches. Witches, the junior out of Howell, Michigan. That one thrown down at his feet. 2nd down and 10 from the Yeoman 29-yard line. Boy, Ed, what a difference a week makes in terms of the weather. Very cold, rainy day in Allegheny with temps in the 40s last Saturday. We're pushing 80 today. Sunny and dry here in Cleveland. Just a beautiful fall day.
And next week, you don't know what you'll get.
Yep. Looks a little iffy on the 7-day forecast. Here's a draw play to Richardson. He is hit and knocked down. Dale English. Nope, that's Rich Doolin got in there along with Wade Self. Wade Self came in to really wipe out the play. Richardson trying to break free on the draw. He loses 2, and it's 3rd and 12.
Did Wade Self look like a few other players that have worn 36 in the past here at Case Western?
Yeah, we were talking about Jeff Brown before the game, and that was a Jeff Brown-esque type of play.
Wow.
I don't know if Wade has the haircut under that helmet sported by Brown on many Saturdays. 33 seconds left in the first quarter, 17-0 Case, which is in motion. They'll take the snap in the shotgun. Mandel throwing it downfield. That one's picked off. Dan Calabrese has the pickoff for Case. Shifts it to his right arm. He is hit from behind as he tried to cut back toward the middle of the field. Gets down to the 31-yard line, and the Spartans take over on the interception.
Couldn't tell if Mandel was trying to, if he overthrew the pass, Dave, or if he underthrew the pass. Adam Neese was deep down the field on the Case side of the field near the 40-yard line. It's hard to tell if that ball was underthrown or overthrown. Either way, it ended up in Calabrese's hands, who happened to be in between the 2 receivers, and brought it all the way back to the 32-yard line.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Calabrese with his 2nd interception of the season. And I'm just looking down there, Ed, to make sure Calabrese is all right. He did jog off the field, appeared to be all right, but he was absolutely blindsided as now a flag comes out. And I believe that will be delay of game against the Spartans.
They're calling illegal substitution, yet they ran out with 11 players.
Eric Olson counting the players now.
They broke the huddle. Supposedly, if you break the huddle with 12, it's an illegal substitution. But they huddled loosely on the sideline and ran to the football and got called for an illegal substitution.
They will mark it back now to the 37-yard line, but I was saying Calabrese was blindsided as he started to cut back to the middle of the field.
Yeah, that was Adam Neese that came back and wiped him out.
Two receivers on the left as Olsen takes the snap. They will hand this one to Kenny Reardon. Drives back to the 35 as he angles near the right sideline. That'll be the final play of the first quarter, 17-0 Case. They have the football following the Calabrese interception, trying to add to this first quarter lead. Second quarter action is just ahead after we take this timeout on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
First quarter in the books here at Case Field. And it is 17-0 Spartans, and they are operating in Yeoman territory. Bryce Coleman still getting some attention down on the sideline. He was shaken up on a play earlier, and right now he is down on the turf doing some stretching, trying to get ready to come back into this ball game. Here is the snap to Olsen. Flags come out. They flip it out to Lapsevic. And Greg Debelak is just beside himself after that penalty.
There's a false start. Half the line moved on one count, half on another. And it ended up costing the Spartans.
Definitely not on the same page.
But, again, I'm not sure that was a false start in the sense that the ball was snapped. Two of the other four linemen didn't react. That's not a false start. If the ball is snapped and nobody else moves, it's a live football.
Olsen calling out the signals. Lapsevic in a slot position on the left side. He's back to throw it. Good protection. Finds Lapsevic at the 30. Cuts to the outside of the 25. Is hit and knocked forward down close to the 23-yard line.
Well, Matt Richards on the tackle. And Richard with the tackle, I think, knocked Lapsevic forward for the first down.
Richard, the strong safety, came in, but was doing so as a chaser with Lapsevic in front of him. It is going to be third down, just a little bit short. Third and less than a yard for the Spartans. They line up Secre behind Olsen. Olsen will try and sneak it ahead for the first down. Not sure he got there. Good surge by the Yeoman line. And we'll watch them untangle the pile here with 14-14 to go here in the second quarter. Just underway in the second, and Case leading at 17-0. Manny Secre has rushed for 2 touchdowns. Olsen got the first down. First and 10 Spartans. And the football is at the 22-yard line of the Yeoman. Eric Olsen calls out the signals. Looks over to the sideline. It's a new play called in. 6 on the play clock for the Spartans. Olsen gets the snap. Will go back and hand it to Secre. Running behind Christian Anderson. Tries to turn the corner but can't do it. He is tackled over there by Zach Kisley. And the Spartans maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage, but they have to burn a timeout here. Spartans take a timeout. That will be their second timeout here in the first half.
Yeah, Debs is not happy about something, and I don't know if it's the communication between the quarterback and the two reserves that are signaling in the play. But Case took nearly 40 seconds to run just a basic sweep play.
Well, Olsen, or I should say Debelak, is certainly doing all the talking in the huddle right now. And does not appear to be happy about what was going on. Spartans come back out. Middlesitz will line up as the wideout on the left. Eric Street on the right. Lapsevic in a slot position on the left. Secre in the backfield. And Max Bohan is in the game at quarterback for the Spartans. Quarterback change for the Spartans. Max Bohan takes the snap, hands it to Secret. He is hit and tackled just inside the 25-yard line. A long third down coming up for Case Western Reserve. They lead it 17-0. Eric Olson out of the ball game. Max Bohan is in. Eric Street lines up on the right, and now Oberlin will take a timeout. So as they take a timeout, we will as well. 13-17 to play here in the first half. We are in the second quarter. 17-0. The Spartans leading it over Oberlin College on a Saturday night special here in Cleveland, Ohio. Back with more in just a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 8th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or personalized wedding? Choose excellence by choosing the Intercontinental Cleveland. Intercontinental's planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience that is proudly world-class. For more details, call the Intercontinental today at
Back to throw Bohan as we get back to action. Now he has to scramble and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to the 25. It'll be 4th down and about 14 for the Spartans. Now Eric Olson jogs back on the field. Bohan comes off. Rob Lajeunesse comes in at the tight end position. We'll see if the Spartans are going to go for this. Looks like they will.
We talked about in the timeout, it didn't look like Olson was hurt or had an equipment issue that took him out of the game for 2 plays.
I think he was just lifted after the Spartans had misfired on a couple of snaps. Olson will drop back to throw on 4th and 14. Good protection, goes for the end zone, and this ball is going to be incomplete. Medelsitz ended up having to play the role of defensive back there as he was able to knock that ball away and keep it from being intercepted by Sean Shrepzinski, who was there possibly to pick it off in the end zone.
Well, the mash ward for Case gets longer, Dave, as that injury list continues to add up. Bryce Coleman on the last offensive play is walking slowly towards the locker room with the help of a trainer.
They gave it a good effort on the sideline. He was trying to stretch out either a leg or possibly his back and was not able to get it to respond effectively. They will put the ball in the hands of Justin Williams. His first carry of the day for Oberlin. He drives out to the 30-yard line on his first carry.
Now for Williams, I think they need to get a new tape measure, Dave. They have Williams listed at 5'9", 185 pounds. That might be with rocks in his pocket and standing on a box. He is not 185 pounds.
Well, they have Moses Richardson listed at 5'9" as well, and Williams is definitely smaller. He's out of Wexford, Pennsylvania. Mandel will throw this one. It's caught by the receiver Corey Kidd coming in from the right side. He dives ahead out across the 35. It's good for a first down for Oberlin. 11:42 to go, second quarter. 17-0 Case. 2 touchdowns by Manny Secret tonight and a 32-yard field goal by Dan Vassell. But the Spartans have lost Bryce Coleman. They're playing without a couple of starting offensive linemen. So far, it's worked out for Case tonight effectively. They'll throw this one out to Robin Witches. A little quick hitch out on the left hash mark. And he gets ahead of the 35, close to the 38-yard line for the Yeoman.
Cut back inside of Adam Watson. Watson ran right past the play, but when Witches cut it back in, there was Michael Harris to clean it up.
Case, one of the top rushing defenses in the country. Following last week's performance against Allegheny, where they held the Gators to less than 50 yards on the ground. Williams straight ahead running, gets out close to the 45. It will be a third down play for the Yeomen, 3rd and 1 from the 45-yard line. They need to get to the 46. Case trying to get set up defensively, as Michael Harris was a little late getting in there. Now a 4-man front for Case, and some movement on the line. And the Spartans think it's against the Yeomen.
And I think it's the left guard for Oberlin. Flexed his shoulders and got called for the 5-yard penalty.
Zeke Alakaya guilty on the infraction. 40-yard line will be the line of scrimmage now, and instead of 3rd and 1, they're looking at a 3rd and 6. 17-0 Case.
News and notes from around the University Athletic Association. Chicago a winner this afternoon in Granville against Denison 38-23, and Wabash knocked off WashU 24-3 in Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Back to throw, Mandel, 3rd and 6. Now he tucks it, tries to run it. He will step past a tackler. He has first down yardage and more across midfield as he rolls down close to the 44-yard line. Nice pickup by Josh Mandel on the scramble. That one goes for 14, and the Yeomen have a new set of plays as they break into Case territory. Mandel will call out the signals on first down. Williams in motion. He'll line up as a slot receiver on the left side now. Mandel to throw. Fires it Williams' way. He makes the catch at the 40-yard line down to the 39. He's tackled by Wade Self of the Spartans. It'll be 2nd down as they pick up about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Case holding teams to 82 yards a game on the ground. Here is the snap back to Mandel. 2nd and 5. Rolls out to the right. Good protection. Fires it back middle of the field to Witches. Has it at the 30. Runs ahead close to the 25-yard line before he is drugged down by his jersey. Jacob Adams in on the tackle. Had some help from Dan Calabrese.
Adams was initially beat on the play because Mandel looked like he was going to fling it to the outside, and the tight end, Danny Enright. And with that, Adams left his containment in the middle of the field. Mandel found the receiver inside and made the completion.
25-yard line, the line of scrimmage now for the Oberlin College Yeomen. 17-0 Spartans, 8:15 to go, 2nd quarter. Josh Mandel under center, calls out the signals. 3 receivers in, 2 on the right. They will hand it to Justin Williams running straight ahead. He is caught from behind and driven down to the turf. Jake Adams comes in to make another nice defensive play for Case. He holds Williams to 1 yard on the pickup, 2nd down and 9.
Boy, they're really running away from Dale English, and running to the weak side of their formation are the Oberlin Yeomen. They're moving Danny Enright from left to right or right to left, and with that, English will shift positions on the defensive front. Now English is going to be right over the nose as Case goes to that 3-3-5 defensive set.
2nd down and 9 from the Case 24-yard line. Hand off to Williams, reverse. They will give it to a receiver, turns it upfield. This is going to go for a touchdown, and the Yeomen are on the board.
That's Drew Mixter who came from the slot on the right side. Case bit down on the play fake to the middle, and Mixter caught the second flip and went around the left end, made a couple of moves near the 20-yard line, and then just cruised into the end zone as Case lost containment in the defensive secondary.
It's a 24-yard touchdown run for Drew Mixter. His first carry of the night, but they do let him carry it a lot. That's his 21st of the season.
And his longest run, he did have an 18-yard run earlier in the year, and the first time that he's found pay dirt in 2011.
First touchdown run for Drew Mixter. Here is the kick. It is up and good by Joe Cook. Cook converts the PAT, 17-7. 7:16 to go here in the second quarter. We were talking, Ed, about the Case defense containing the run very effectively their first 4 games of the season, but on that drive, the Yeomen got it done on the ground.
Well, when the team came to the sideline, Marcus McCalla had a few words to say, especially to his secondary. He made sure he had a couple of comments. Kerry Dieter he talked to. Made sure he talked to Jordan Banky. Banky, who's been forced into service because of the injuries in the defensive secondary. And Banky's only a sophomore from Pittsburgh, and he lost containment. And so with that, Dieter and Banky on that side of the field both got a couple of words of advice from Marcus McCalla.
So Drew Mixter, a 24-yard touchdown run. 7:16 to go in the second quarter. Cook will kick off. Metalsitz and Calabrese are back deep for Case. Here is the kick, end over end. It will be taken by Calabrese at the 18, straight ahead across the 30, 35, out near the 38-yard line. A 20-yard return by Dan Calabrese. And the Spartans will come out offensively, still leading it by 10. Well, they officially say Drew Mixter a 23-yard run.
9 plays, 75 yards, took over 5 minutes. Did Oberlin on that scoring drive. In fact, Oberlin now has nearly a 4-minute advantage in time of possession in the football game.
Up to 70 yards rushing now on the night. Case will keep it on the ground and go to Manny Secray. He's out across the 40 near the 42-yard line before he is hit and tackled by Clay Eaton, the defensive end. Pickup of 4 for Manny Secray. He is now up to 46 yards rushing on the night with 2 touchdowns. Case leading at 17-7. Great to have you with us tonight for our coverage of Case Western Reserve football. We are at Case Field. Spartans and Yeomen renewing their rivalry. And it has been one-sided in Case's favor. 26 consecutive victories against Oberlin, dating back to 1983. They'll swing it out. It's caught by Brian Rice. He is hit and tackled as he makes the catch out at the 46-yard line.
Sharpinski. Is that how you say that last name?
Close enough, Ed.
Sharpinski.
He was there right in the face of Rice as he caught that football.
That's a lot of extra letters in that last name.
It will leave it at 3rd and 2 for Case. The football at the 46. Eric Olson calling out the signals for the Spartans. The junior awaits the snap. There it is. They will hand it to Manny Secray, looking for the first down. He has it as he dives ahead to midfield and is tackled right there. The Yeomen with the tackle there, Jake Hockendoner, the senior defensive lineman out of Poland Seminary High School. Quick snap. Olson will hand it off to Secray, tries to turn the corner on the right side. He is hit as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Give Clay Eaton credit on that side for Oberlin. He really kind of strung the play out. Looked like Case probably had called 2 plays in the huddle on the previous one and raced to the line to keep the Oberlin defense, which was a third and a little longer defensive set, on the field. Case hoping to catch him in a mismatch.
2nd down and 10. Olson will work under center. Secray is the lone setback. They will swing it out to Metalsitz and let him run with it on the sideline. Gets to the 45, to the 40, cuts it back inside, 35, 30. Still on his feet to the 25 before he is brought down on an ankle tackle. Hockendoner again on the stop, but Metalsitz with a nice catch and run. That one goes all the way to the Yeoman 25-yard line. 25-yard pickup on the pass play to Metalsitz.
Metalsitz now approaching 100 yards receiving, all here in the first half.
4 catches today for the senior out of North Royalton. 17-7 Spartans with a 10-point lead and driving here. 4:44 to go in the second quarter. Lights are on here at Case Field. Beautiful night here in Cleveland. 79 degrees at game time. Rice, the lone receiver on the left. They will hand the ball to Kenny Reardon, who checks into the football game. He gets to the 20-yard line. He is upended right there after a 5-yard run. Dane Stritt on the tackle for Oberlin.
Craig Debelek not happy about something on the sideline. And again, I think it goes back to the communication between the quarterbacks on the sideline signaling in the play and what Eric Olson is seeing and calling.
High in the backfield now. Lepsevic is checked in as a slot receiver on the left side. Rice far left. They will go back and hand this one to Reardon, running behind Christian Anderson. Steps through the pile and gets down to the 18-yard line.
Matt Masorski at the bottom of that pile.
That
Oberlin.
should be good for a first down, Ed, and it is. 1st and 10 from the Yeoman 18-yard line for Case. Moving right to left on this drive.
Plenty of time for Case.
3:45 to go in the second quarter. Seacray gets the handoff. Again, running behind Christian Anderson. The guy's a bulldozer, just opening up holes, and Seacray runs right behind him and gets all the way down to the 9-yard line.
And Case is picking up chunks on that long stretch handoff. That's going off tackle or just outside the tackle. Look for it to set up a new play for the Spartans. Case goes unbalanced left. They have 3 linemen to the left of the center, Michael Allen.
They will run that way. Olsen will roll out, naked bootleg, fires to Lajeunesse. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Spartans. Rob Lajeunesse with his first touchdown. The former Aurora Greenman hauls it in and puts 6 on the board for the Spartans.
Boy, was that set up nice by the effective running of Case on the previous 4 plays. Pounding on that stretch play. And there Eric Olson makes a nice play fake. Lajeunesse blocks down on a chip block, released out into the flat, and was there for the touchdown.
First career touchdown for the senior tight end, Rob Lajeunesse. The kick is up by Vassell. It is good. And the Spartans extend the lead now to 24-7 with 3:07 to go in quarter number 2. Case using that bootleg rollout, Ed. We saw it last week. We talked with Greg Debelak about it on the pregame show. They really like the way they have a couple of options when they sprint him out like that. He can either run it or, in this case, somebody is open in the end zone.
And it was even more effective because of what happened on the previous few plays for Case, where Reardon and Seacray were able to really pound the football behind Anderson. And then with that, Oberlin recognizes the formation, the unbalanced line to the left. They shift that way. Lajeunesse simply put themselves together with a little down block and then released out into the flat. Great play fake by Olson, and was able to just toss it over the defender, and Lajeunesse hauled it in and crossed into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, Rob Lajeunesse, the senior out of Aurora, his first career touchdown.
Officially 9 plays, 62 yards for the Spartans. That took just over 4 minutes to complete for the Spartans.
8-yard toss by Olson. Here is the kick. It will bounce back inside the 20. Taken back there by Oberlin's David Kalgren. Makes for the far sideline, is wiped out as he crosses over the 25 and gets out close to the 31-yard line. 3 minutes exactly left to go in the second quarter. It is 24-7 Spartans as they attempt to win their 27th consecutive game against their rivals from the far west side of Cleveland, the Oberlin College Yeomen. (24-7). Eye in the backfield for the Yeomen, which is in motion. Moses Richardson is back in the game for the Yeomen. He cuts out to the 35-yard line. Some fighting going on there after the play between Ryan Ferguson and one of the Oberlin linebackers. One of the Oberlin linemen.
Dale English made a nice job there. He split a double team and then ran Richardson down from behind. Showing a little bit of speed from the big man.
Rory Cape and Ferguson. A little pushing and shoving, but it goes nowhere. 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard pickup. They will give it to Richardson again. He is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
Jake Adams just never touched as Oberlin tried to run a little cross or trap block inside, but Adams didn't step up. He waited for the block to happen first, then filled the hole and buried Richardson.
Well, I don't know how it happened, but they give him 2 yards on that play. Out to the 36-yard line. Oberlin operating in their own territory with 1:55 to go here in the opening half at Case Field. Spartans leading it by a score of 24-7, which is in motion again. That'll give them 3 receivers on the left side. They'll snap it back to Mandel. He's looking that way, guns it out toward the sideline. It's caught by Drew Mixter. He stays in bounds. Now he's knocked out of bounds near the 45-yard line. It's good for a first down.
Oberlin offensive line doing a nice job keeping the Case defensive front 4 out. Michael Harris, Dale English, Rich Doolin, Adam Watson just not able to get a push up front. And Mandel was able to sit in the pocket for a minute.
That's Mixter's first catch of the night. He did have the touchdown run earlier. 1:37 to go. Second quarter. 1st and 10 Yeoman. Football is at the 46-yard line. Mandel gets rid of it. It's picked off. Calabrese with his second pick of the night. He will take this one to the house all the way back for a touchdown.
Boy, Case disguised that blitz very well. They came off the left side. They were in Mandel's face. He saw it coming, let it go early so he hopefully wouldn't get hit clean. And with that, his receiver had not made the break. Calabrese stepped up and took it back nearly 60 yards for the touchdown.
30-7 Case pending the outcome of the PAT. Mandel fired that one out. As we said, they had 3 receivers flooding that left side. Calabrese stepped up, made the catch behind midfield. We'll get the official yardage shortly, but had open space in front of him, Ed, as Vassell sets up for the PAT. Dan Vassell has kicked it well tonight. Here is the snap, the hold, the kick, and it is up and no good. Swung it wide to the right. 1:25 to go before halftime. Score will stay 30-7. Dan Calabrese with 2 interceptions in the ballgame. And the Spartans continue to pour it on here against Oberlin. Case looking for its 3rd straight win.
Well, Ryan Ferguson had an interception return for a touchdown in week 1 against John Carroll.
Well, last week in the Miracle in Meadville, Dan Calabrese forced that fumble late with a big hit.
He also had a big punt return that set up a field goal for the Spartans in the second half.
Boy, a case could definitely be made for Dan Calabrese as the MVP of the first half of the season with some of the plays that he has made. He had the touchdown return on a punt against Denison. 2 picks tonight, and the Spartans lead it by a score of 30-7 with 1:25 to play here in the first half. Vassell will prepare to kick off. It is Calgren and Mixter back deep for the Yeoman. And Vassell makes his way to the football and kicks a low-line drive kick. It'll bounce all the way to Calgren. He knocks it down and picks it up. Now looks for some blocking, but he will not be able to turn it upfield. He is wiped out near the 30-yard line.
Ferguson and Davis there for Case Western. Calabrese also in on the tackle, Dave.
Guy's got the adrenaline flowing right now. 1:19 to go here in the first half. We mentioned the diminished roster for Oberlin, Ed, just 39 players on the roster. I've not counted the players present, but we assume it's about that same number available for tonight's game. They do not have a lot of depth. Here is the snap to Mandel, back to throw. Now he's in trouble, gets away from the pursuit, fires it middle of the field. It's caught by the tight end Enright out near midfield. That's good for a first down. Close to 19 on the pickup to the big tight end, Danny Enright.
You know, from earlier in warm-ups, Dave, had a chance to look at the roster and noticed how small it was. I only counted 32 players in uniform for Oberlin tonight. They got a couple of players in street clothes.
Back to throw Mandel. That one's picked off. This is Calabrese again, his third interception down the left sideline. 20-10, 5 touchdowns, Spartans. Can you believe it?
Well, Dan Calabrese desperately wants himself to be the defensive player of the week in the UAA. 3 picks for Calabrese tonight, 2 touchdowns.
Just announce it right now. I think he has wrapped up the Defensive Player of the Week award.
He may get the National Defensive Player of the Week award with this effort in the first 30 minutes.
3 picks for the former NDCL Lion. The kick is up and good by Calabrese with 47 seconds left. Here in the first half, it is 37-7. And the Spartans extend the lead out to 30 now as Dan Calabrese has 3 interceptions, 2 for touchdowns. We have not gotten the updated stat numbers to give you the return yardage on those picks, but we will momentarily, and certainly we'll have those at halftime. But Ed, what a career night, and I keep thinking back to a couple of years ago, and Dan Whalen had that tremendous first half in a night game against Oberlin here, throwing 5 touchdown passes. And now Calabrese having an impressive and prolific first half as well.
If I remember right, that's the game where Whalen threw the 2 Hail Marys to end the half.
End of the half to Tim Cowdrick. One called back on a penalty. The next one, same play, different result with no flag, and it was a touchdown. By the way, I think it's very impressive that you counted the players.
Well, I noticed how small
Oberlin
was, and it just seemed unusual because in years past it appeared that Jeff Ramsey and the Oberlin club were beginning to add numbers as they were, for the first time in maybe 2 decades, were approaching the idea of being competitive and having a 500 club, 500 winning percentage for the season, and looking to expand on that. And now to see that the numbers are down, you just hope that the Oberlin program doesn't head in that direction that it was for quite some time. The school's been around for nearly 200 years. John Heisman has a presence at the school as he was a coach there at the turn of the 19th century into the 20th century.
Moses Richardson, by the way, returned the kickoff, and they start this drive at the 25-yard line. First carry by Justin Williams, and he gets out to the 29 with 25 seconds left in the half, and that may be the final play of the half if Jeff Ramsey decides not to run another play.
Well, he certainly isn't going to throw one, considering Mandel's thrown 4 interceptions tonight. He only had 5 picks coming into the football game. Kevin Nossum has 1 tonight, and Dan Calabrese has 3 for the Spartans.
3 seconds to go in the half. They will not get another play away, and that will do it for the first half. And what a half it was for the Spartans. They lead it by a score of 37-7.